guys, snarfflarf here, and welcome to the finale of Not for Broadcast. Again. Yeah, I already recorded this for about an hour. A few days ago, actually, the episode was supposed to come out on Monday. Unfortunately, OBS crashed right as I was stopping my recording. I got some footage, but it was basically like 3 frames and some garbled audio. It was completely unsalvageable. So, unfortunately, you will not be getting my first reaction to the ending, though I will try to discuss what my reaction was, from what I can remember. But let's hope that this works and you're seeing this. Otherwise, you won't be. Really keeping in with the tradition of the last episode of stuff just going absolutely wrong. Last time it was Later Alligator and I had to dub the whole episode because my mic didn't record. So, that's this. Here we go. Day 2602, the finale. 7 years since the election.
Evening, Alex. I know lately what we've been putting out has been little more than government-prescribed drivel. But I'd like you to pay particular attention during tonight's show. It's important. It's also worth noting we're still having problems with the equipment. Locked buttons, screens flickering on and off, sparks and the like. I'm sure you'll manage without
I know what's gonna happen, but you don't.
Oh, and don't forget,
I won't
you've
tell.
got free reign of the SFX buttons now, so make sure you use them to keep things lively.
At 11 p.m., it's Lil C's Lil Chats. And tonight, the former singer is asking Dr. Adrian Blimey
Why can't I see the screen?
Since the cancellation of Insiders.
What have you got me?
Apparently,
Oh, just hasn't started yet.
No, come on, seriously. Not even a cake.
I'm
sorry, no.
Okay. No worries.
How old are you then, Cole? Okay, here we go. Big smile.
I've actually gained a year. I celebrated 44 last year, but it's actually this year. Brilliant.
You're 44. I'm going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening and welcome
Spice it up with some audience responses, Alex.
I'm Megan and I'm joined as always by the inimitable
Yeah.
Robin and
So,
Patrick.
yeah, I have free reign of these now.
I'm excited.
I'd say
which,
I'm about 12, Megan, on the excitement
I
scale.
remember commenting on how I feel like I had so little power to control stuff
We have
beforehand that it felt weird to have free reign over something.
We'll be announcing the winners of our big competition, Visions of the Future, and we'll be joined by a very special guest for a game of Wheel.
And I never did figure out how often I should do it.
Your own Leaders' Day gift. We've got all of that and so much more tonight on The Nightly Show.
And I did comment that, oh, it's the nightly show now, it's not the nightly news. It is no longer news podcast. Ooh. I don't think I did disrupt here. I want to keep this true to what I did originally. I think I didn't notice that one, but I did do it later on. Barbara, Lord Cheeks. Okay, I shouldn't just imitate exactly what I remember saying.
Let's have some applause on the way into the next section.
Papers by Chef Jordan Rankley. But first, we know you love them, so Robin's going to give us an update on our
I'm trying to like
Nightly Show
recreate
in
this,
Pet Corner.
Fine, suit yourself.
Well, Megan,
but
first up, we have our
also
hamster
not
Lord
fake
Cheeks.
stuff.
Now, he's a squat winter grey with the scientific name Adipem stultus, and he lives here with us in this cage. Hamsters love hoarding, and they actually have special pouches in their cheeks for storing food. He loves carrots, apples, and chewing tobacco. Now, hamsters are
Microphone.
nocturnal.
Chewing tobacco.
and We'll do our best not to wake him up. But let's just see if we can. Well, the door has been left open.
Hope I can get the same ending.
It looks as though Lord Chinks has actually gone for a little wander, but I'm sure he will be around here somewhere. In the meantime, let's say hello to our tortoise. Now, after last month, you will vote, she is now, of course, called Slow Barbara. And don't panic, even though it is December, Babs here doesn't actually hibernate. Let's say hello.
Oh, Babs. Well.
And I did figure out when those screens go off like that. They're still running, I just can't see them.
Those are our nightly show pets, Megan, both alive and well. Back to you.
Thanks, Robin. We'll check in on them, or some very similar animals at the same time tomorrow. Now then, I hope you're hungry, because if not, you're about to be. Patrick Bannon is with Chef Jordan Rankley, and they're going to be showing us how to knock up a delicious apple pie. It's time to go into the kitchen.
That's right, and I'm joined here
The
by Chef
fake
Jordan
Gordon Ramsay.
Welcome to the Nightly Show kitchen. How does it compare to the kitchens you're used to?
I love the colours. It's vibrant. It's fresh. It's fun about all the arseholes. Yes?
Sorry?
What? Yes?
So, you own 6 restaurants, you've been awarded 9 Ballon Massifs across your career, and you've worked alongside the best chefs in the world. Tonight you've got me. Are you worried?
Am I fucking worried? Are you worried? Are you fucking worried?
Yes. So, what are we
did-
making today, chef?
I am gonna lose a lot of
Farrow,
points on
this day,
the cursing.
We're gonna make them a delicious apple pie.
Ooh, lovely.
It's got sweetness, it's got the acidity of the fruit, and then you get the richness of that pastry. Incredible.
Wow, okay, so...
I feel like apple pies don't really taste
So we're gonna start by
acidic.
making our filling. So we've got
I feel like you don't use the
the
super acidic apples for apple pie.
And we're gonna slice these up perfectly.
There's different apples that are better for like baking, and different apples that are better for like eating raw. Different apples that are like better for salads. Unless that's all like fake,
Demon Kitchen Hot
like some
Sauce
sort of
starts on
apple
Friday,
industry
10
propaganda,
PM,
which it might be, I don't know.
Tell us about that.
But I think
Teams of young chefs
there
go into the
are,
kitchen,
I mean,
and
apples
one by
do
one,
taste
I
different.
destroy them emotionally. And if
That's
there's
just
time,
true.
I teach them some basic knife skills.
But I don't
Fuck
know.
me, Patrick. What are you doing?
What?
Shit.
There are apples that are more suited for baking.
Don't worry, I've got spares. Right, so once
I
we've done
think.
that, we set these aside.
Supposedly.
Once we make the pastry. Yeah.
Yep. Oh. Yeah? Okay. Sugar. Butter. We mix that together, and then a whole egg. What are you doing, you fucking donkey? Are your brains the size of that fucking egg?
Oh no, chef.
No. Shit. Right. Mix it with a wooden spoon and work in that flour, okay? Work that into a nice ball of dough, just like that.
So, what does the notoriously fierce Jordan Rankley do to unwind?
Shit, Bez. What's that? What is that?
Well, it's a bit lumpy.
Lumpy? It could fucking pass for a sack of spuds. Touch that.
I did talk about how Gordon Ramsay
Pathetic. That goes into
Gordon Ramsay is usually only mean when he's like
apples.
on Hell's Kitchen or like Restaurant Nightmare. And then beyond that, he's usually pretty nice, I think,
You own 6
from what I've seen.
restaurants across
I know he's been like really
countries.
sweet with little
Which
kids,
is your favourite?
but I also think on just like
Are you going to light a candle?
normal like cooking segments like this, he's also
For fuck's sake. Right.
pretty
Now we're
polite
getting out 2/3 of
from
our
what I've
pastry.
seen.
Bit of flour into the dish.
And the filling goes next, right?
Absolutely right. Lovely. Okay. Then we're taking the remaining pastry, rolling that into a round, and that goes on the top. Beautiful.
Lovely. Okay.
Right. Brush a bit of water around the rim. Beautiful. Now press gently all the way around. And we're cutting 5 slashes very carefully for the steam. And then brushing the whole thing with a beaten egg.
Okay. Egg. Ta-da! What do you think?
Oh my god. You, come here.
I'm looking at it now and it's just like
That's a disgrace.
it's just all the ingredients in the bowl.
I'd rather use my tongue to tie my shoes after the fucking shit kicking contest. Do you understand?
Then it
I don't
goes
think
in the
that's how
oven for
pie
45
works.
minutes.
Oh, put your fucking head in the oven while you're at it. Useless. You! Come here, you! You're the worst fucking thing to happen to food since cyanide. Do you know that? I tell you what.
I know the person.
Get the fuck out of here! Fuck off!
Okay, well, while I do that, let's go now to Megan and Robin, who will be announcing the winners of our competition. Visions of the future.
Don't forget the SFX buttons.
I did.
Well, that looks delicious. If you want to follow along at home, then make sure you write in with a stamped addressed envelope and we'll send you the fact sheet. So, Robin, look at all these amazing entries to the Vision of the Future competition.
Yes, we challenged you to show us your predictions of the future, and we were just inundated with entries, weren't we, Megan? From wacky inventions to
I still don't understand what emotion that's supposed to be.
And we had the best time looking through each one.
It was so tough narrowing it all down.
If
so
it's
we had
like
some amazing runners up. In
sad or shocked or like excited.
Hamish, who's 3 from Lunwelly. He calls this still life and the future of God, and it really blew us away. Just look at the line work here, and I can really feel every passionate stroke of the brush.
If you look here, you'll see a beautifully rendered, what I thought at first was a smiley face or perhaps a cat. But I think if you really look, you'll see it's actually a representation of the seeming futility of death through the eyes of the living.
He's also chosen to just leave a lot of it blank, which I think is really interesting. If you know
I hate
Hamish,
laugh tracks.
of course,
Laugh tracks are the
he loves
worst.
focusing on the negative space rather than the image itself.
Stunning.
You ever like watch
Stunning,
like
and such talent from one
sitcoms with the laugh track removed and it's just like no one is saying anything funny? No one even made a joke.
Second, drum roll please. We have Keith, 41 from Dungleys. Yeah, Keith, we were sort of aiming this towards our younger viewers, but still, he has sent in his idea of the future, which he's calling Ravaged Earth.
Indeed, he says in his really rather detailed notes, deprived of basic resources, society will resort to a brutal system
I
of
just realized there's like notes all around
the
it.
death, where only the victor may breed. He also says at the bottom here, either that or about the same, but maybe a bit worse.
I really love his attention to detail. You can see the sort of gladiatorial arena, and then what I can only assume is Keith himself pulling off this chap's head and shouting, "Come back to me, Linda!" Oh, Keith. Maybe if you spent more time outdoors and less time entering children's competitions, she might not have left.
I also didn't understand the point of why the machine is breaking today. I thought maybe it was like
Our runners-up will receive a day
because
out
when Bozeman interviewed me,
on an industrial estate just off
I said that the machine wasn't working,
But our lucky
and that was
winner
like my
will get a
excuse
chance
for
to spend the day at the Department of Change
the,
to see how our teammates
Disrupt getting on TV.
every day. And the winner is
Um,
drum roll, please.
But I don't know. I mean, it really doesn't come much into play into this. I thought it would, but it never really does.
Love your picture here.
Oh,
People's correct.
here
those values.
is where I
So
switched
today,
into Disrupt.
we're delighted to announce partnerships with Remington's Fist, Stank Beverages,
And then I saw
Empire
that, and I
Tobacco.
was like,
Game
brands
of
that
sports board happening over here.
Remington's
Perhaps some
Fist,
overzealous
but
littering.
they
We
made
can't
all
tell.
the super dangerous
A
toys.
little bit of a dance, getting
Even
a
not in the
party,
dream world.
aren't they? This one seems to have gone a bit haywire in what I can only assume is an ominous sign of things to come. Lovely, Lola.
Well, if our winners have inspired you to make some artwork of your own, do keep sending them in, and yours could be displayed in our gallery.
Well done again to everyone who took part. We're going to take a break now, but when we come back, we'll be playing the Wheel of Truth and making some lovely homemade gifts. Don't go away. We'll be back after this.
Right, from what I can tell, the old vision mixer's getting a bit worse for wear there, Alex. Expect your kit will be deteriorating a bit more in this next segment, so be careful. I can't stress enough how important it is
Remember
that
what
we
this
keep the
was.
show going tonight.
Yes, Bozeman. I will.
I'll get cars arranged for you both. Find me when you're done and I'll take you out through the loading bay.
A daily record of 4% fertility.
Segment grade C.
Dwarfed, however, by a massive 9% fertility rate here in Territory
Oh yeah,
2.
the fertility stuff.
Unbelievable 191
Yeah, everyone is just fucked by the nukes.
So not all sunshine and rainbows.
No rainbows in sight over territories 3 and 4, as a Category 2 storm warning means we advise our residents to spend their leaders' weekend indoors. Though we're sure the happy parents of the 12 new children in Territory 3 will be thanking their lucky stars for an excuse to stay home. Though, of course, nothing to do with stars, more of a hot air, cold air thing. Next,
I did wonder whatever happened to the scientists
still under a blanket of snow.
that were going missing.
Celebratory snow
That doesn't. I feel like I'm spoiling stuff.
23 new arrivals.
But it's like a non-spoiler because I'm saying what doesn't happen.
Jenny, where's Glim? Can we get him out here? I'm not sure about this.
Or maybe I was. I don't
Right there,
know. I guess I wasn't paying too much attention.
Yes, grandmother's arsehole. It's much better.
Okay, everyone, if I can have your attention, please. Sarah just needs a word.
Apparently there's been some sort of disturbance near the studio. Now, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, but I wanted to let you know that I've asked for extra security, and they're already on their way.
Okay, 10 seconds, so positions and pose.
Okay, this time you've said it.
Laughing, and we're going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the Nightly Show. I'm sorry, we were just saying we can't wait to taste Patrick's pie.
I don't know, I think I could wait.
Well, here it is, fresh out the oven.
Well, it does look amazing. Jordan, how did our Patrick do?
Well, let's just say that pie's got more crust than my grandmother's arsehole.
Well, thank you for that. Well, come on, try it. Dig it.
Were they prepping that joke before? See, I do notice things when I rewatch. I have to watch it again when I edit it, and there's always stuff where I'm like, wait, that happened?
Oh, that's really something, Patrick. Delicious.
But now we better go get ready for that next feature.
Every night we play a game of Wheel of Truth with our celebrity guests. But I know what you're thinking. Megan, we've only got one celeb guest. Well observed, viewers, well observed. Well then, I better bring her out. Should I? The surprise guest? What do you think? Here she is, best-selling author, lawyer, and thinker. I mean, she's only the blooming team leader. It's Julia Salisbury!
Salisbury.
Oh, welcome, Julia! So good to see you.
Oh, Megan, you look incredible.
I love how.
Don't get too comfortable. It's time to head over to Robin and Patrick as we play Wheel of Truth.
A bit more audience reaction would be nice, Alex.
I love how, like, fucking, like, team leader or whatever her title is, just, like, the last thing in that list. Like, it started with, like, author. Like, what?
That's right.
Don't you rule, like, all of Europe or whatever?
And it could be anything from box of
I still don't know if she rules all of Europe or, like, the whole world. I think it's just Europe.
So, up first, we have Jordan.
I don't know.
Give it a spin. Here we go.
I also never learned what flards are.
Okay, let's see what you've landed on. Okay, it's fact or fib. Jordan, is it true that you've been known to order takeaway for a dinner party?
I feel like there's already special effects here.
Just one fucking time. One time.
Well, I think if that pie was anything to go by, you did them a favour.
Oh, not so fast there, Julia. Fact or fib?
Yeah, like that's a special effect. Like who's playing that one?
Of saving time during the laundry.
I'm doing these.
Why don't you tell us about it?
You absolute no, I can't. Okay, so don't judge me, okay? What I do is, oh God, I'm going to lose my job over this.
Oh, we're all friends here. Come on.
Okay.
Lose your job? Aren't you like the dictator?
Okay.
Did I? I forget if I.
A week, I wash it.
I don't think I did. Whatever. It's probably fine.
Clearly not paying you enough.
Come to my dressing room after the show.
I remember saying, okay, who washes their bra once a week? I wash my bras like once a month. A week?
I'm not blushing.
I wash my bras once a month, bro. Unless I like sweat a lot in them. But Also, why was our whole thing like, oh no, I don't wear a bra sometimes? Like, I feel like I wear a bra as little as possible.
Okay, you ready? Here we go. Julia. Oh, who's that? Oh my god. Is that you? Yes. Look, it was a very difficult time fashion-wise.
That hairdo is fucking hilarious.
No, don't. I think it's sweet.
The mullet is as popular now as it's ever been.
Oh, well, don't get too ahead of yourself.
They're trying to make her seem like relatable is like the thing.
Who?
Oh.
Is this? Does that look familiar at all?
Wow. Well, I'm glad I was getting fashion advice from someone who managed to make 7 look like 85.
Hell. Where did you find that monstrosity? I look like I'm haunting the fucking place.
Right. We've got to move on. Jordan, let's have another spin.
Okay, here we go.
Oh. My commentary isn't as good as it was in the original one. Still sad, so upset. I'm re-recording this for you guys. For the like 2 people that actually liked the last video. Which, who are you? People are liking my video? I mean, I don't think anyone knows what YouTube likes actually do. I don't think they do anything. But it was still nice seeing that and being like, oh, people actually watch this. And interacted with it. I feel like I would be happy even if I got like a dislike. I'd be like, yo, someone watched this and cared enough to click a button?
We made it extra fishy.
I need my fucking mouth. Do you know how much these taste buds are worth?
Well, we've got time for one more quick spin, so go, Julia, go!
Oh. It's not like my score actually matters in this one. This is the last thing.
Julia, take a look in that box under your desk there.
I think Lord Cheeks is trying to get in on the game. Oh, bless him.
Julia, what have you got in that box? It's not cheese, is it? Cheese!
Juggling balls? What am I supposed to do with these?
Well, give it a go for us.
But I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing.
Ooh, I feel like I should just throw in these sometimes.
Do it. She's fucking doing it.
Wow, that was so impressive. I have to say, unexpected. Well, gosh, that was our game of Wheel of Truth, and my God, wasn't that fun?
Okay, it really was, wasn't it? But now it's time to head over to Megan in Crafty Corner.
That's right, you join me in Crafty Corner, where today I'm going to be ably assisted by Julia. Come on.
Who's
over.
editing all this stuff?
I don't know how you're keeping your dinner down. I can still smell that fish.
Well, to be honest, I've had worse. I used to eat at Peter Clement's house.
Oh, well, I hope you've got your artsy hat on, because today we're going to be making something very close to my heart. It's our little studio. Look at that. Isn't it adorable? All of us there on the sofa.
Wow. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, is that all you in there?
Yeah, it is. If we can just get a little zoom in, there we are. Oh, I don't know about you, Julia, but I always leave my holiday shopping to the last minute.
Oh, every year. I do it every year.
Well, luckily these make amazing gifts. Shall we get cracking?
Oh, yes, please.
We're going to start with a shoe box here.
Of the studio?
I just want you to get
Of the new studio? Or like, you know, like, are you supposed to adapt it to be like your living room or whatever? Or are you supposed to give people
We show our love through food, like big dinner.
the 3D model of the news studio for Christmas?
This as well.
Absolutely right, cutting along the line there. Do be careful with the scissors at home.
I also did notice Christmas is always sort of the
There we go. Fabulous.
event that we come back to in all of these things, and
And I've got
all like the text things. It always goes back to
We
Christmas.
painted
and
it
then-
with a bit of poster paint, white
This
to
is near
match
Christmas.
our lovely curtains here in the studio, but you can obviously have whichever backdrop you like.
Like a nice shiny gold number.
Well, exactly right. So we're going to make bits of our set now to put in the studio, perhaps a little desk. So I'm just going to grab this piece of card. I've just got it from a little cereal box packet. I think you... I'll give you this one, Julia, shall I?
thank you
There
so
you go.
much.
And all you need to do is cut along the
Lovely.
lines there. Fabulous. So what's the best part of any Leaders' Day dinner, do you reckon?
I don't even have to think about it. Really?
Leaders' Day.
The 3 potato pie.
Free potato pie, I don't know that one.
You know, with the chips covered in the mash or wrapped up in a jacket potato. That just me that does that.
I don't know, but that sounds starchy. Well done, Julia. So now she's folding over a little bit there. What it's going to look like at the end is this little rectangular shape there. And we're going to pop it in the middle. A bit of sticky tape on the back there so it sticks down. Now we need a sofa. That's what we need next. We're going to make that out of a lovely paper cup. Have fun down there, knocking it all over.
I was talking a lot about how I feel like I've got the bad ending.
Down the middle. Exactly right.
Like even at this stage.
Round the bottom.
Because I looked it up, there are four possible final broadcasts.
There we go.
And then there's like 16 epilogues.
Like this.
But I do feel like that this final broadcast
Comfortable sofas.
Can't have our tiny Megan
is not that great.
Absolutely not.
It's not inspired by very good decisions.
Fired.
Yeah. Well, there's only one thing missing, isn't there, Julia? What is that?
A higher caliber of guests.
Nearly. It's people. So all we've done to make our little people is we've stuck a cocktail stick into a bottle cap. We just need a face for that now. I've got a good one here. I know it well. It's me. I'm going to stick it down there. A little bit of sticky tape. Oh, my felt's going everywhere. There we go. Oh, I'm a bit lonely. Let's take Robin and Patrick over. Sitting down on the couch over there.
There you go. And well, I'll make myself just comfortable just there. Yeah, there we go.
And these, of course, are all made and cut out of our favourite newspapers or magazines. So you can have any guests you like. Julia, is there anyone else you'd like in a studio?
Oh, yes. Well, I'm going to be playing Wheel of Truth with Ronnie from Heatrash.
Nice.
Yes, put that away. Yes, he's going to be teaching me choreography, and I'll be teaching him foreign policy.
And of course, you can decorate them however you want. Perhaps you're a bit, I don't know, nostalgic.
Yeah,
old look
I still feel like I don't know if I got like the worst ending.
Retro red. I've got Sheila Quickstep being interviewed there by.
Dun dun dun.
Sorry, that's not supposed to be.
Oh, well, we're out of time, I'm afraid, Megan. It's time for a break. But we
That
come
was
back,
Jeremy.
I'll be on the couch of chat talking
What was
to
I
some of
saying?
you, and I just cannot wait. We'll be back after these messages.
And we're
Right, it's coming up soon, Alex. You'll know it when you see it. Whatever happens, keep the show going.
At least one of us is in control.
Yeah, I feel okay. I don't know if this is like the worst final broadcast you can get, but I feel like it's not great. I doubt that any of them can be great,
By National Treasure Lawrence Blundercatch.
but
Agonized every morning about what to wear for school.
I don't know. I feel like I could have done better, but maybe I couldn't have.
Wondered what would best show off
I've
my
always
emerging
been, I have to get out of the
ability.
habit of looking around everywhere, because I've been in it since the
Like a
Dream
fish.
episode,
A few
Dream
trims.
broadcast.
I settled on the zip-back, boxy pleated skater skirt in dark blue with white sweetheart blouse and the necklace.
And I did
Harry
note
had
in
worn
this,
when we'd
they
met
said
in
that
woods
all
about
schools have
our
uniforms
father
now,
in my
which is
day.
kind of sad,
It's
because I
an
like wearing
honest
fun
account
stuff
of
to
my
school.
childhood.
Or I liked wearing
in the
fun
near
stuff to
future.
school
So
back
not
when I was
concerned
in
with the resurgence of Alda's friends?
There was
high
a
school.
sense
I mean, I'm in
of
college
pride
now,
as well.
which is still school,
Never truly lived
but
Don't worry, I'll deal with it.
like,
We've had a couple of the
grade school?
activity in the loading bay. Men in balaclava.
Is that what you would call it? Or
I'll come with you.
is that a British term?
About to get blown up, eh?
I think that's unlikely.
You know, elementary, middle, high.
When I take over as the new regular host, things become a little less chaotic.
Not higher education.
What's that?
Lower
Well,
education.
I'll be here every night.
I don't know what I'm talking about, man.
I missed that meeting. I was at an appointment.
Oh, well. Don't worry, it's not like you're being fired or anything. You'll be culture correspondent or some such, you'll be fine. Please don't be upset. It's nothing personal. It's just good for the ratings, apparently.
Of course, Prime Minister. 10 seconds.
Jenny?
I'm on it. Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the Nightly Show, where I'm joined once again on the Couch of Chat by Prime Minister Julia Salisbury, who's agreed to answer some questions from the public.
They're always my toughest critics, Megan.
Indeed they are. So, first up tonight is a question from one of our elderly viewers, and she's on the line right now. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, what's your name and where do you live?
I'm Florence from Stainsborough.
Hi Florence, thanks for calling. You're on with Prime Minister Julia Salisbury.
Do you have a question, Florence?
Yes, I do have a question.
Okay, would you like to ask that question now?
Oh, yes. Right you are, dear. Prime Minister, with all that hard work on your hands, how does your skin manage to keep that healthy glow?
Oh, bless you. What a lovely question.
My skin is awful right now. Don't look at it.
A lot of time for a skincare regime, as I believe they call it. So I guess I've just got my mother and father to thank. I suppose I've just got.
I do have a skincare routine. It's just, it's not. It's just, okay, it gets bad sometimes. Don't look at it.
Yep, thank you for that question, Florence.
Your Clint sounds like a right one.
Oh, he is. He'll be 44 years married this June, but he still finds the energy twice a week to give me a...
Thank you, Florence, thank you.
Oh, nice. Do that.
Everyone needs a Clint, eh, Prime Minister?
Or a Clara, perhaps. Megan?
This I had a lot to talk about. That I don't like how they made the evil dictator
Hi, caller, can you hear me?
an LGBTQ plus woman.
Well, I think we all know that voice. Good evening, Mr. Donaldson.
Do you have a question for the Prime Minister? Well, maybe it would be better if we tried to get a better line. I could have the station call you back.
Don't worry, I've got a much better idea.
Yeah, I don't like.
What's going on?
It might be what you call a surprise guest. Our second of the evening. Please welcome Jeremy Donaldson.
I don't like how they made her like the evil, like matriarch, like lesbian, feminist.
Sarah? She's not here at the moment, Prime Minister. Well,
Like what? Why? I don't get like the agenda of this game. I guess I don't know. Cause like, I don't know. I feel like it's making like
the peculiarity of these old buildings.
I'm sure they'll turn up.
Feminists, LGBTQ plus women in power look like they're gonna be like they're evil. They hate to see a girl boss winning, you know? I shouldn't talk over this. This is important.
I can't say I'm impressed with this irresponsible stunt, but believe it or not, I used to have a lot of respect for you, Mr. Donaldson.
Please don't attempt to flatter me, Prime Minister.
I'm not. It's true. I've watched you sink your journalistic teeth into the great and powerful. So, out of respect for the man you once were, I'll dance your strange little tango. But I warn you, Mr. Donaldson, you better be nimble on your feet, because you'll only have one chance to tango with me.
Well, let's put on our dancing shoes then, shall we? I'd like to ask you about sterility first, Prime Minister.
Yes, a terrible situation.
Caused in no small part by the actions of your government.
Well, we can't control the weather systems that unfortunately
Unfortunately spread the fallout from your bombs in an even layer across the territories.
That's what our scientists say, yes.
Stillbirths at an all-time high, along with babies being born with terminal
What happened to the scientists?
babies that your regime
disappeared.
somewhat callously refer to
What are flowers?
as unviolence.
It's just a word, Mr. Donaldson. No need for conspiracy theories.
If you say so. How many unviables have been born since liberation, my Prime Minister?
Too many. Way too many. I mean, obviously I don't have the exact figures.
Oh, I believe
but
we do, Prime Minister. Yes, there have in fact been 2,581,280 unviable births since Liberation Night, according to official government figures.
So, 14 million deaths on Liberation Night, and then another 2.5 million
14 million deaths. I think I was saying like 10 million this whole time.
Given the limits of bureaucracy, seems extremely unlikely.
I'm sorry, is there a question?
You made a decision one November evening 5 years ago, and as a result of that decision, 16.5 million people are dead. Prime Minister, do you have any regrets at all?
Of course I do, Mr. Donaldson. I regret every grieving family, every life destroyed. I came into politics to help people.
You came into politics to help people. In that case, Prime Minister,
See, I feel like
where did it all go so horribly wrong?
I'm aligned with Jeremy more than any other character, because he was also pro-advance at the beginning, and then switched after Liberation Night. Or well, it was right before Liberation Night, but it seems like he knew something about it possibly happening.
Safe, happy, equal and free. That's our job, you see, to make a perfect...
Because I don't like Disrupt. Disrupt is like rich bastards.
Just that one impossible thing. And they don't ask a lot of questions. They're not like you two. They don't want to see how the magic trick's done. They just want to gasp at the miraculous effect.
So it's the public's fault?
So, it's no one's fault. It's just the way things are. You asked me where it all
Was I in the middle of a
went
sentence? I don't remember what I was talking about.
It never did. I weighed the advantages of action and inaction, and I acted. And without making these tough choices, we would not be where we are today.
Oh, Disrupt, that's what I was talking about.
Any decent leader.
Have you forgotten how things were before the new future? The homelessness, the despair.
Which, yeah.
The billions abandoned to
Advance was good
poverty.
until it went crazy.
Just much, much slower and infinitely more pernicious.
Any decent leader.
Yes, any decent leader.
Because, like,
including Peter Clement.
Getting rid of homelessness, I mean getting rid of homelessness, I don't mean like moving homeless people to just a different location, but like actually providing them with
in the weeks that followed, you
like homes that and places to live that are not just like shitty homeless shelters, but like actual giving them like actual money and help and stuff. That's all like good. And the healthcare, that's all good. And Advance was doing a bunch of good stuff. And then it just started censoring everything and then blew up stuff.
Values like compassion, Prime Minister.
This whole game feels like a weird, like, straw man's argument.
Sometimes love needs to be tough. And Peter...
Like, look what these people are like, and it's like, this is all fictional.
My conscience and...
It's all fictional. Keep this in mind.
And now he's gone.
You need a moment, Prime Minister. You need a moment. Perhaps now might be a good time for us to show the viewers at home some footage that has found its way to me. It was filmed in early December, 5 years ago. Jenny, can we have this prepared on screen 4, please?
Yes, Jeremy. We'll need a couple of minutes. Yes, Jeremy.
All right to continue, Prime Minister.
Peter was the heart of Advance. People loved him in a way that they've never loved me. They find me cold, emotionless. But I have to be strong. I'm a woman. I can't show tears. I can't show weakness.
It's weird. But they also make fun of Disrupt as like the rich assholes. They're like they're satirizing both sides. I guess both sides is kind of hard to say. Because
this is cruel.
Two-party system shouldn't exist. I mean, this is. I don't know how it works in Britain or England, whatever it is.
I need a minute. Just point that camera away from me.
Two-party systems are stupid.
Question, Prime Minister.
Which is not a reason to not like vote. You should still vote for the better option.
Why are there no tears on your face?
But like I don't. Yeah, there shouldn't be two parties. There shouldn't be parties. There should just be like people running.
Well played. That would be the security services. They're here for Mr. Donaldson and to escort me safely out of the building. I very much imagine this will be the last broadcast any of you ever make.
Jeremy, we have to get you out of here now.
Except there's a small army directly outside the door, and I believe there's only one way in or out, due to a peculiarity in the design of these old buildings. She's played us.
She's villain monologuing.
I can't go back to Betterment.
And yet to Bessie.
I wanted to know what Betterment was like. I wanted him to talk about it.
Perhaps you'd like to join him. After all, aiding and abetting an escaped convict is, of course, a crime in itself.
Leave them out of it. This was bad.
We're in!
I surrender! There's no need for violence! I have to not! There's no need to risk!
Tango received, ma'am.
There. No serious damage.
The footage. Alex! The footage. You have to play the footage. Don't let it all be in vain.
Yeah.
If
You don't have a gun this time, so I will.
Legally obtained, you will be joining Mr. Donaldson in Betterment. Do you have a family, Alex? Perhaps you'd like to think how well they'd cope without you.
Yeah.
Take him away.
The footage. Alex! You have to play the footage. Don't show them all!
What's that? Sorry, Prime Minister, the tannoy seems to be broken.
You duplicitous bitch! That's not fucking good enough!
Peter, you have to understand.
No, you have to understand. 14 million deaths on our hands? It's unthinkable.
And this is exactly why I didn't tell you.
Because you knew I tried fucking stopping you.
You are a bloody liability, Peter. Can't you see that?
I always like Babylon randomly in these.
I'm the fucking co-Prime Minister, Julia, and I'm supposed to be your friend.
Well, maybe you see I had your best interests at heart. This isn't on you, you lucky bastard. You get to sleep at night.
I haven't slept for weeks.
And what would you
And I did say in an earlier episode that I suspected that she murdered him.
Fucking using I'd have exposed you if I had to, but I would have stopped you, and you can be fucking sure of that.
And the whole country would have fucking starved. Well, you agonized over your morals, and we'd all be gone. All our good work, all wiped out.
Why is the like old white guy like the conscious like moral one? But I mean, I guess they also like make fun of him.
Let's talk about this
By like making him like rude and stuff, but I don't know. It's weird. They like plays it. It's satirizing everyone. It's interesting.
No, you
It is fictional.
Tomorrow, you will come back here and you will do your fucking job, just like I.
And I am happy that Bozeman is helping with this one. I found that interesting. He wants his news site back.
I don't even know who you are anymore.
Get me Adrian at the service.
I do wonder what happens to Alex. Because there aren't any text segments after this, I will say that. So I don't know what happens to Alex. I don't know if they go to prison or what.
That thing we discussed. I'm afraid we're going to have to put it in.
Alex being character I'm playing.
Yes, I'm sure. You were right. He is a liability.
Or Betterment.
He is a liability. Thank you. Thank you. Adrian, make it quick. I don't want him to suffer. Let me know when it's done. No paperwork, nothing. No one must ever know. Thank you. You have a good night too. Thank you.
I guess I did kind of use the screens going off to show. To, I guess, wheel on the TV at some point. Be a transition, I guess.
Do you have any comments for the viewers at home, Prime Minister? I'm sure they have a lot of questions.
It's not what it seems to be.
Isn't it?
It's not what it seems
Because it seems to show you ordering the cold-blooded murder of Peter Clement.
Perhaps you need a bit of betterment to yourself.
Oh, don't you judge me! Not after that stunt you pulled here tonight. You work for me, remember?
No.
You work for me, remember?
Not anymore. I quit. Not anymore. I quit. It's about 2 minutes left. You'll need this. It's about 2 minutes left. You'll need this. You can take me away now. I'm done. You can take me away now. I'm done.
I did notice that they're using like zip ties, which is interesting. You couldn't get some handcuffs?
All of you, this program is cancelled. It's effective immediately. You're all fired. Effective immediately. You're all fired. No. Arrest them all.
I'm not the criminal here. You all saw that footage. You know who should be arrested here.
I am the Prime Minister, and I will do what I tell you.
Julia. No one is.
Do your bloody job.
I feel like in important events like this, it doesn't matter what I'm filming. It's always just max viewers.
There'll be elections now. Just you wait. The people will demand it. Won't you? New government, new start, new journalists. Maybe they'll be better than we were. Maybe it will all be better next time.
Take me away now.
50 seconds, Prime Minister. Can't leave any dead air. That's a crime too.
Is that?
45 seconds. What can be said in 45 seconds in a soundbite, a headline? How do you convey the shades of grey when there's only enough airtime for crass blacks and whites? And even if I could,
Yeah, whatever.
would you watch? Or would you change channel? Look for something more exciting, less boring than the news. And if that really is what you do, is this really all my fault?
You're the nukes. Oh, you know, I guess the scientists probably made the nukes, right?
My name is Julia Salisbury, and I will make tomorrow better.
Yay!
7 years ago,
And this commercial seemed really fitting for the end. Like a
In
recap.
landslide, you elected Advance.
we've been through a lot since then.
Oh. Yay! Woo! Yeah, this game was very interesting. In my first reaction, this entire segment was basically just me going like, I'm not gonna attempt to read these, they go too fast. This entire segment of the video was just me going like, I feel like I got the worst ending. But I will, and I do think I probably didn't get the best ending, but I will talk about the game more now that I guess I have the foresight, the hindsight? Yeah, the hindsight. What's that? Whatever. Yeah, this game was interesting. I don't know much about politics. It did make some weird points, but you can't really make a point out of a fictional story. But it did, like, it made fun of every side, like satirized them. So I don't know if this game does have, like, an agenda. I mean, it's just a game, right? But it's interesting. Like, it's crazy, Neil. I miss you. Yeah. It's very interesting. I don't feel like it's trying to say something, but I think it's trying to say something about everyone. Not Patrick. I hope I get the same epilogue. I probably will. I did all the same things. Yeah. It's very interesting. I wish Julia Salisbury weren't like an evil feminist. But I mean, at the same time, like they did make fun of Disrupt for being like rich, disgusting assholes, which I hated Disrupt at the beginning, and I still hate Disrupt. I never stopped hating Disrupt. It's just at some point, Advance started censoring shit and then killed like 14 million people, which is bad. But it's so weird because I feel like everything that they were doing was good up until then, and it's like this game trying to say that like free healthcare and stuff is bad. Because like that's stupid. But like maybe it's not trying to say anything, you know? Like maybe I'm analyzing it too deep. It is just a fictional story in a video game. But it was very interesting. I didn't expect this game to be so political. I'm not qualified to like talk about this. I don't know anything about politics. I started babbling on about like the two-party system halfway through this and just trailed off because I realized that it had nothing to do with anything that I was talking about or was happening in the game. Or that I should be talking about because there was nothing in the game. You know what I mean? It was a tangent. A tangent is the word I'm looking for. But yeah, choose the greater of two evils. Hopefully in the future it won't just be a selection between two evils. Or, I mean, you can't call anything like objectively good or evil, that's all subjective. But like, I don't know, I feel like we've been presented with pretty shit choices recently. But I'm 18, so I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't like talking about politics unless it's like extremely relevant and like something that you have to talk about like right now. Which is, I wouldn't have wanted to talk about politics for like a YouTube video because that's, I don't know, not something that I want to do. But this game, I don't know. I didn't expect it to be so political. I said that already. I don't know jack shit about politics. So, I don't know. Game was very fun though. I think, okay, usually in like choice games I end up like looking up how to get like the good end, but I didn't in this one, and I just did what I thought felt right in the moment. I didn't go back and redo stuff besides I guess this thing, but I had to, and I did everything that I did. I did things the same. Yeah. But yeah, this is what I got. I hope it's not like the worst possible ending. Yeah. I wish you got my initial reaction, because it really just was me like going like, I got such a bad ending. There will be a little epilogue. Now, very short loading screen. Alright. Julia's Judgment. Yeah, okay, I did get the same one. This is the one that I got before.
Our top stories tonight.
The real Patrick fan.
The streets outside the High Court today as the high-profile trial of former Prime Minister Julia Salisbury began its opening arguments. If found guilty, Salisbury is facing multiple life sentences for charges including conspiracy to commit murder, war crimes, and even genocide for her role in the events of so-called Liberation Night. Meanwhile, with the restoration of elections just weeks away, voters across the country look ahead to new leadership, or possibly old leadership, as the front-runner in the polls by some margin now is former Prime Minister Jacob Hamilton Mann, who crossed the floor to head up the Disrupt Party.
Yeah, see, that I don't like, because I don't like Disrupt either.
Results were announced. And later, I'll be doing an in-depth look at your
Disrupt
friend
is like
and
the
mine.
rich,
Calculator.
pompous assholes who are like, we want to keep all our money and hate the poor, whatever. It's like stupid. Yes. That's it. I got. There's all these endings. That's the one I got.
Good evening. I'm Megan.
And that's back to the title screen. And that was it. So yeah, very interesting game. Don't think that I made the best decisions, but I did my best. It made me think, I guess, but also it's weird because I mean, it's fake, right? It's just a game.
Well, that's a very blunt.
It's nothing to worry about too much, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, let's hope that you are seeing this and that this finale will not have to be recorded a third time. If you're seeing this, congratulations. You're seeing it. Yeah. Alright, that's gonna be it for this series. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah. Bye!